Hey, welcome back to another episode of the She's Making an Impact podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Ngom. Today we're doing an on-air coaching episode with one of our Impact Partnership students. We've got Miss Sharon here. Hello, darling.
Hey, sweetie.
Well, yeah, you were just telling me I look cute, and I'm like, I don't feel cute. I feel like I smell like a wet dog, and you can't smell me through this. But we gave the
No.
dogs a well overdue bath yesterday, and it was hilarious because one of our dogs is he's very stubborn. And so my friend was trying to get him into the bath and he's acting like dead weight, like he doesn't want to go. And I'm a really good friend. So I'm taking a video of my friend struggling trying to get Zozo in. It was like the best thing ever. Anyways, okay, this is all about you. So let's dive in. Tell us a little bit about your business and how I can support you today.
Well, Rachel, I am a book coach and I help people write books. That's the primary thing that I do. I also work with small businesses. If it's got to do with writing, I'm in there. I am in there. So I have a few questions. I just wrote the second installation for a novella and I want to release it this month. Why? That's why I wrote it. It's a Christmas edition. Doesn't have a Christmas theme, but the intent was to release it for the holidays. So, how do I do that? We've got 10 days,
We have 10
11 days.
days. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you remember when you were here at the retreat and we talked about the 3 ways that you can build your list and sell your thing. Remember? So
Yes.
we talked about ads. You can do advertisement. We talked about leveraging other people's audiences. And then we talked about organic traffic. And so that could look like Pinterest, Google, podcasting, YouTube, blogging, all those things. Right? Remember?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So we can scratch off the list ads. I've been running ads for the last 2 months.
Yep.
No results on
Okay.
Google and also on TikTok.
So what I would do if I had just written a book and I want to do this the easiest and cheapest way possible, I would be creating content on Pinterest. So I would write a blog post and it might be like the top 10 Christmas books this season, top 10 romantic Christmas novels of the season. So, but we're going to have to go into Pinterest and do some search engine work. So we might go to Pinterest and see what long tail keyword is going to pop up that we can try to rank for. Now, it's better if we have more time to do this. You have 10 days until it launches. It's better to give yourself a couple month runway, but we're going to do our best with what we have. And we'll put these into some tailwind communities as well. So Christmas romance books. Is it for young adults, for adults? Is it a steamy Christmas romance book, a clean Christmas romance book, a cozy
It's
Christmas
clean. It's clean, but it's romantic suspense.
romantic?
So,
Okay.
so the one of my how can I say it? One of my beta readers read part of a chapter, and he said that you are now in my genre, which is political thriller. So I wasn't intending to go that way. But when an expert in a genre says that that's what's happening, and that's what's happening. So another unique thing about this book, all of my beta readers were veterans, or if
Okay.
they had any influence, because there's a lot of warfare in this particular book. It's a love book, but a lot of warfare.
Okay. So I'm just doing some keyword research while we're talking right now. So it could just be Christmas romance book 2023 if you wanted. Um,
Okay.
Christmas romance book. I mean, it could be clean Christmas romance book, spicy Christmas romance book, steamy Christmas romance book.
I love
I'm just having fun with this. Uh, okay, so you can choose on how specific you want to get with that, but
Okay.
Christmas romance book would be one. Okay. And
A
then you could do another one. Did you say it was a political
thriller.
drama
Yes.
thriller?
See, because she's a queen from a African nation, and she's exiled to the United States.
Real.
Oh yeah, it's good.
I'm looking up political thriller book, best political thriller books. So I would do two different blog posts where you do like a top 5 or top 10 list of political thriller books. Um, and then another one of the Christmas romance books.
Okay.
Political thriller, though, like I see books that are popping up when I search political thriller, but it's not showing up in the search engine, which is really interesting.
Mm-hmm. That is interesting.
Thriller book, psychological prompts and
No.
plots. Yeah, so there is it that doesn't pop up. So you could do thriller book 2023,
Okay.
thriller book recommendations, thriller books to read. Because I wouldn't necessarily call it like a political book. I feel like it
Okay.
wouldn't. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's one of
I
those
like.
things we jump into Pinterest and we do a little search engine work and we see what pops up. Um, Cool. So that's what I would do. And then if you have anyone um that you're friends with, anyone in the Impact Partnership, anyone that would email their list for you, or if you could like get on like do an Instagram takeover, like if they have a big Instagram account, or if you could get in their Facebook group. Maybe there's Facebook groups where they're like it's people that love reading romance novels or something like that. If you could hop in there and share and promote what you're doing, you could ask the host of the group if that's okay. Sometimes you could make a deal with the host of like, I'll give you a commission for the book. So they could have like their own affiliate link or something like that for whoever buys from their group. You'll give them some kind of a commission just as like a thanks for letting them promote. Sometimes people let you do it for free. It depends on who's running the group. But
I
usually,
see.
if you're going to do any kind of promo in a Facebook group, I would just be respectful of who is the host of that group before you go in and promote in there.
So the other idea I had was to do like a book launch, a scavenger hunt.
Fun.
So post clues of the central theme of the book and the person who came up with the closest narrative of what the book is about to give them an Amazon gift card.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I like it. Anything that's going to get people engaged and make it fun.
Hmm.
I think that's great. You could also give away the first chapter of the book as a PDF download
Okay.
and get them.
Okay.
If it's like a thriller book, they're going to read it and be like hooked and be like, I want to know what happens next. Um, so that would be a good freebie.
Well, in this particular book, it's the first chapter. It focuses on romance.
Got it.
Yeah, yeah, and it's a swirl book.
Okay.
A lot of intrigue, and my characters. I'm not crazy, by the way, but my characters are still talking to me about this book.
That's fun.
So they're not finished. They got more to say. So a
That's
third book
awesome.
is coming.
Cool.
Uh,
That's fun.
and I have another question for you. So we talked about how to build an email list.
Yep.
Um, I'm still a little fuzzy on that.
Yeah.
And people assume that I have tons of people on my email list because I've been in the industry for 15 years, but that's not so.
Mm.
So, I mean, what do I do? How do I get people interested in the things that I do that serve them?
So you need to create a freebie that's going to serve your target audience. So I know we talked about creating doing coaching for entrepreneurs that want to write a book that's going to help them build their business. So
Hmm.
it would be a freebie of it could be like a launch checklist. So it could be like how to launch your book as an entrepreneur, something like that, of like top 5 steps to go from newbie author to book launched as an entrepreneur. So some kind of free gift that you're going to give them. So it could be a PDF download, it could be a video, it could be an audio. It doesn't really matter, but just something that's going to add value to them, that's going to leave them wanting to learn more from you.
Okay. All right.
So it
Now
could
I
be like
have those.
why entrepreneurs should have a book for their business and how to get
Mhm.
started. So those are
Okay.
just like some ideas.
Okay. I have those things, but I think what is a hook? What will grab their attention? Because when I look in my email alone on my Gmail, every day I get at least 100 offers, and almost all of them have freebies.
Yeah.
So, how do I make myself the freebie I have? How do I make it a step above the rest?
Got to be irresistible. So
Oh,
you got to talk to your people. This is where market research comes in handy, where you're talking, and you could do this within the impact partnership of the ladies in that program, because all of them are going to want to write a book knowing you, um, to help them build their business. So it's like, why would this help me? What are maybe some of the fears or hesitations that I have around writing this? And you could speak into that. What's holding them back from doing it? And then what are the benefits? So, like helping somebody write a book, do you have any like statistics or case studies of people that have
oh
done
yeah.
it? Yeah. And so, like, speak into that. Um,
Okay.
That'll be huge. And then just from you being authentic and who you are, that's what's going to draw people to you. Don't try to be like a marketer or anything like that, because that doesn't connect. So you got lots of stories. You are a storyteller. So tell stories that's going to engage people with what you're doing.
Okay.
So you could
Okay.
tell stories about how you wrote your first book, how you launched your first book. If you had any books that flopped, why they flopped. So like mistakes or failures that you had, clients that you've seen succeed. So like you got stories in the archive that you could be pulling out and start telling those.
Okay. Oh, I like this. We're stirring up great stuff
Yeah,
because it's there. I just don't know
you
how to
have
use
it.
it. And you're
Yeah.
happy. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Cool. What else?
Okay. So the summit is coming.
Okay.
I am totally I am totally on board to do a summit
Mhm.
in March of this year. Matter of fact, I've already recruited 2 people.
Amazing.
So, yes. So, we're going to work on what that looks like. But what kind of individual? Let me get clarity. I like to know particularly what kind of person am I looking for
Yeah.
as a presenter?
So you want people that have your ideal client on their email list first and foremost, and then somebody that's going to add value to the topic that you're doing. Okay. So it could be you bring in, I'm like, you could bring in Christina Gendali. She's a Facebook group expert. And so she could talk about how to use Facebook groups to leverage and launch your book.
Oh,
You know?
so
So it
how do
could
I
be like someone that's
learn?
like a social media expert, because they have entrepreneurs in
Uh,
their audience. So it's like
uh-huh.
they could talk about how to use that, like how to use TikTok, how to use Pinterest, how to use Facebook groups, how to use your email list, how to use podcasting, all these different tools. So you could bring in social media experts to come in and talk about how to use that platform to launch a book. You
So
could talk about, hmm,
how do I meet the people that I don't already know?
so you could look at the podcasting app to see people in the marketing niche, who's in the marketing and entrepreneur niche, and then see if you can find them on Instagram and start connecting with them there. So follow them, comment on their stuff, send them a DM. That's where I've made some really good connections of people reaching out to me reaching out to them. But I would just look at the marketing entrepreneur niche. I'm also thinking of somebody who's like a really good networker. Like I've had somebody look at guests that we've had on our podcast. We've had people that like they specialize in networking. So it's like how to leverage networking to launch your book. Um, yeah, literally, if you just go through, we have 400 episodes of our podcast. So we've
Mhm.
probably had like at least 200 guests on the show. So just look at who are those people and do they have entrepreneurs in their audience? A lot of them do. Could you connect with them on Instagram, shoot them a DM, and see if they'd be interested in talking about how to leverage a platform, leverage their skill set, whatever that looks like to launch a book and be a part of what you're doing?
I love it. I am so very excited about this summit. How can I say it? It's just, it speaks to me. I
Mhm.
looked at Cherry this weekend. I didn't have a lot of time, but I did go to at least one of her classes, and it was phenomenal. And I said to myself, I've been doing this. I've been doing this, but I've been doing it the wrong way. I love interviewing people.
Yeah.
I love giving people that digital space,
Mm.
that that place where they can talk about the genius in them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something that's tailor made for me. And thank you for pointing me in that direction.
It'll be fun. If you also know any like editors or publishers, maybe there's like a self-publishing expert, like a legit publisher, and then like they could come in and talk about like the angles of like why this is a great road to take, why this is, all that. So just some ideas.
Oh yes, I'm probably going to invite my agent to come and present.
Cool. Yeah, that's great. What
So
else?
okay. Now you said getting other people to allow me to use their email list
Hmm.
to promote and launch things. What kind of things, how can I say it? What kind of negotiating tactics or what kind of benefits should I use to get someone interested in marketing with me or presenting with me? What are some
Usually, so
benefits?
you gotta always look at like how can I serve them? What's in it for them? And so, like, as you're getting people on your summit, those are all people that you can now build a relationship with that could be potential affiliate partners. So, a lot of times it could be an affiliate deal. So, hey, if you email and invite your people to my upcoming webinar, you'll get commission. So, that's a big one. A lot of times people are motivated by commission. For the summit, it could be like we'll share like the leads list with you. So that way you can build your email list and have the entire leads list. Usually we just do affiliate commission. So like, hey, we have an upcoming webinar, would love to have you promote and we'll give you commission based off of that. So really like think of your business, everyone that you're coming in contact to as a relationship that you get to nurture. And those are people that you could be a partner with. So like with our podcast, every time I have someone on the show, the when we're off air after we do the interview, I always ask them like, hey, what are you working on? How can I support you? And that's just me asking, all right, let's build a relationship. Like, I want to serve you. I want to support you. What do you have going on? And maybe it looks like an affiliate partnership. Maybe it looks like whatever that looks like, whatever they need. But it just opens the door to potential collaborations. It's not just like a one and done podcast interview.
Okay, I like this building relationships.
Yeah.
And so, what I think I'm going to do, and you tell me if this is a sound strategy, the conferences that I presented at,
Hmm.
the conferences or workshops that I've attended, I'm going to reach out to those people and see if they will share their lead list with me. And some of those people I will invite to be presenters at the summit. What do you think about that?
The worst thing that happens is they say no. And so you
Okay.
just so it's one of those things. If they ask and if you ask, they say no, okay. No harm there. They might just be like, what's in it for me?
Uh,
So if you can create some kind of an offer around that, that might be helpful. Or like think of some kind of a deal that you could make with them.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wow. Oh, Rachel, I'm ready for 2024. Are you?
It'll be a
And,
great year.
and guess what, Rachel? You ready for this?
Ready.
I'm gonna do a film in 2024.
That's awesome. That'll be so fun.
Yes, yes, I can't wait. It's gonna be exciting.
Yes. I love it.
Gonna take this novella and turn it into a film.
Wow. That'll be so fun.
Oh yeah, and that's why I changed the focus on the novella. I was gonna have it in the good old motherland of Africa,
Yeah.
but I figured if I change it to local, the you know the scene to local, I'll have local resources, and then that will cut down on the costs.
True.
So that's why the setting is in Houston, and plus one of the main protagonists, he's from Houston, so it was an easy switch.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. So any other questions? Otherwise, where can we find you and connect with you?
Well, you can find me at superauthorgranny.com, and that is the website where I talk about self publishing and how I help people self publish their books. Again, I've been doing it for 15 years, so it's not a one and done, and I can help you. I've helped hundreds of authors produce their books. And my specialty is first time authors because I kind of walk beside you. I'm a literary midwife. And so I want to make sure that you have a good, safe delivery, book delivery. Your book, baby, I want it to be healthy and well and marketable and competitive. You put it on the shelf beside a New York Times bestseller and can't tell the difference. That's why you come and you work with Soup Author Granny. And then Mac Writing, like McDonald, MacWritingServices.com. And if you want to reach out and talk to little old me, well, go to Sharon at MacMCWritingServices.com. And, I love an adventure. So whether you're writing fiction, nonfiction, whatever your genre is, I tend to shy away from exotica for personal reasons. But the moral of the story is simply this: I want to help you realize that dream. Somebody's been telling you you need to write a book, then let's do it in 2024. Or you just, you've got this hidden passion and you just want to tell a story or tell your story. Or maybe you don't have time, Rachel, to write that book. We got busy professionals out there. Guess what? I will help you by ghostwriting your book, and I won't tell a soul. There are some people out there, and you're reading their books, and guess what? I help them. But anyway, thank you, Rachel, for your time. You know, I love you, girl.
I love you too. Thanks for being here. And anyone that wants to write a book, definitely hit Sharon up and she can help you. So thanks for being here.
Oh, Rachel, let me tell you one other thing, and then I'm going to go. Guess where I wrote the book on?
Where?
Capitally.
Oh, that's great. You know all the resources now. That's awesome.
Yes, I do. And it was a wonderful experience. All right. Happy holidays,
All
everybody.
right.
You, Rachel. Bye-bye.
Bye.